Hello, beautiful people. Welcome to the sacred place number 8.
Yeah, so number 8, it actually means that we've been going now for 2 months together. Yeah, so thank you for everyone who has been here with us from the beginning.
Yeah.
Exactly 2 months today. Yeah, so I hope that we're live and online now and that the internet's going to cut out again. So just let us know if you're here with us today, if you're joining us in this practice on Sunday morning, and how you're feeling, how you're doing. And yeah, for the theme for today,
mental clarity.
Yeah, mental clarity.
The idea came to us. I was thinking of this coronavirus lockdown and how it transforms our lives at the moment. We are forced to be very calm and inside, and I was thinking how the life is so much more alive like this. The nature is there, the sound of nature, and what are we going to do after the lockdown is finished? Are we just going to let it come again, all the busyness of life, the cars, going to work and forget about it? Or are we going to take a moment and see, okay, how can we integrate this experience and maybe change a little bit our ways of doing things? So, but for that we need clarity. We need to know, okay, how can we transform our lives and possibly society in a way that's aligned with this new way of being that we enjoy so much. I see, especially in the spiritual communities, no, we don't want the lockdown to finish, we want to stay like this forever. And I understand the feeling, but I don't think it's really possible or realistic. We are going into a new, again into the old ways. So how can we integrate all what we are living right now into this new way? And how to clear our mind to let the highest intelligence come through and see how we can do this together. So that was the spark that went into this theme. But we're going to go very broad and just make this session about clarity and how we can unfog ourselves when we're waking up a bit like this.
Yeah. I know that for some people, the fact that we're gradually transitioning, at least in Belgium, back to normal life comes like a blessing. I know many people are struggling with having the kids at home and the homeschooling. Other people are bored to death. And then, like you said, there's also people who are having the time of their lives, of having this time off and just having more time and space to do the things that we actually want to do. So everyone is going through their own experience and their own challenges in this moment. And yes, on the one hand, there's people who feel, I wish that life could always be like this. Everything is more quiet, the pace of society has slowed down, nature is blooming. And then there's also the people who cannot wait for things to go back to normal. And for me, this poses the question, what is this normal? And the opportunity right now to look at this normal, like what is this normal life for us and how much do we actually want to go back to that normality, and to gain that clarity for ourselves. Like, life will transition again into its previous natural flow, but I think whenever something happens, a big event occurs, we never really go fully back. Life always moves forward. And so these moments of disruption, or these moments where we're forced to change our course or direction, they offer us this opportunity to reevaluate which parts of my life from before do I want to continue and do I want to take into the future, and which things do I want to change. And so we have this amazing opportunity right now to reevaluate. And I feel also that this moment where everything has, our daily lives have changed, at least for many of us, that we can really see what things are we missing and what things are we happy to have right now. So if you are really missing working and you're looking forward to be able to work again, then it means that your work has meaning for you in your life and that you're aligned with what you're doing. But perhaps you've taken up a hobby in these past weeks and you're like, oh, I feel so sad that I won't have so much time to do this anymore. Then this shows how important this hobby is for you. So we've actually been handed an amazing opportunity to bring awareness to what really matters for us in our lives, and it will be different for everyone.
Yeah, rediscover our passion.
Yeah, yeah.
Maybe this is the opportunity for a complete change of route.
Yeah,
And,
yeah.
It's always possible.
Yeah, or maybe it's a reconfirmation that what you're doing is exactly the right thing for you as well. Yeah. Hi Hilde, Anne-Marie, Marinka, Josanders.
Hello,
welcome.
Thank you for joining us.
Yeah. So then we came to this point of how important it is to have that clarity. And I feel for me, sometimes when we're in a routine or we're stuck in our normal ways of doing things, then sometimes we have this moment where we feel like, oh, I need a holiday. I need to break free from everything to gain clarity again. Often we need a little bit of distance from our routines, from our thoughts, the sort of daily life bubble that we're in, to gain perspective. And one beautiful way of stepping away from the hustle and bustle of our daily lives, but also our internal mental daily lives, is meditation. So when we talked a little bit about this clarity and what can bring clarity, it's really to open up to silence and to let everything slow down, not only in the external world like is the case right now, but also internally, and to open up the inner space and just come to a halt, come to a rest. And so we decided we want to bring a very gentle class today that focuses on developing inner silence and this mental clarity.
Yeah. Letting go of the very focused mind, which is also beautiful, to go more into receiving the intuition, what's good for us.
Yeah. And for me, in my experience, like, balance is a big part of creating clarity. So if you feel too lethargic, then the mind is foggy and not clear. If we feel anxious and stressed, the mind is too active and too busy to be clear. So one of the first aspects that we need to attend to when we want to create clarity and really connect deeply with our inner guidance and our intuition is to create that balance physically, emotionally, and energetically. And so sometimes it might mean doing a little bit more exercise to get the energy moving. And other times it might mean doing guided relaxations and really calming down the nervous system and doing nourishing practices, nourishing yourself. And also when we look at meditation, it is creating balance, starting from the mental plane. So if the mind is not focused at all, then what happens is that we're just lost in thoughts. And then on the other hand, if the mind is too focused, and we're like really focusing and concentrating hard, then the mind remains contracted and it doesn't create that expansion to create space and let the light come through. So meditation is also all about balance, about creating just enough presence and concentration for the mind to be stable, and enough relaxation to go inside and to create that expansion and just kind of be here and now. So these are the aspects that we're going to experiment with today in the practice. We're going to work quite slowly and deeply, and we're also going to incorporate concentration into it, to go into that presence and into the silence, to open up the space for wisdom and guidance to come through. Okay.
So we are going to start with some facial massage. So you can start by sitting comfortably. just finding a way so your sit bones are relaxed. I mean, your hips are relaxed and
Yeah.
comfortable.
And this facial massage, we don't often do it, but you'd be surprised how much tension we hold in the face and in the jaw. And I've noticed for myself that this contraction in the area of the head and in the face, it goes into contraction of the mind as well.
Yeah.
And so, yeah, it's a good way to bring that relaxation in the area of the head.
Yeah. I was just hearing a Cartole the other day, and we were saying how our face is basically our mask when we are constrained to a role that we're playing, and how tension in our face directly reflects our tension in our mind. Because what is tension in our mind is simply contraction against the free flow of energy that just wants to come through. So by relaxing our face, we are really, like you say, relaxing our mind. Yeah. So just feel comfortable. Maybe you want to move a bit your spine, left and right, just to really make gravity effective and make you anchor into the floor. Sorry for the noisy floor. We will try to fix this eventually.
If anyone has tips for fixing a creaking wooden floor, let us know. Don't move too much.
And so we are going to take our hands together and bring them in front of the heart, about 10 centimeters away from the heart, and start rubbing the hands. Make them warm. You can start slowly and go faster and faster. And you can visualize that you're bringing positive energy, healing into your hands as you rub them, creating a magnetic field of positive bliss. Slowing down and slowly bringing those hands onto your jaws for a starter. And it's really important to just tune into your intuition and how you want to be touched, and just explore your jaws up and down, circles, with a goal of really being benevolent with yourself. There's no need to go deep within the tissues right away. You can really just be patient with yourself. Slowly the hands can travel into the back of the head, the upper neck, where there is 2 tender spots on the left and right, just under your head, that you can visit and apply different motions. Again, circles, left and right. Just feel what's comfortable. You can feel sometimes tingling sensations when you press on certain areas. That's a good sign of tension being released. Maybe some goosebumps may come. And just massage yourself as if you were massaging someone else, and receive the massage as if someone else is massaging you. There's kind of this thing we have of not really caring if it's ourselves. We just like go inside the tissues without any care, carelessly. But it's so beautiful to be able to give ourselves such attention with love, compassion. And so our hands are going up and up to the atlas, the very last part of the vertebra, the junction between your head and the column, the spine. And slowly going up, making your way to your crown, very, very top of your head. Don't be afraid of messing up your haircut, it's okay. And you can slowly make your hands wider and wider as you massage more and more surface of your skull. Going back down on your temple, on each side of your head. I like to do it with my pinky fingers, but you can choose whatever you like. I keep my thumbs on the back of my head. And slowly going down just above the ear, there's two areas right above the ear or behind the upper lobe of your ear, which feels really nice to massage as well. Now going forward onto your eyebrows. You can rub them from left to right, outer to center. And do the same for your whole forehead. Rub the skin. Allow your mouth to open if you feel like it helps you to relax. And now you can just rub your whole face. Mm. Oh yeah. Now we're going to focus a bit on the eyes, and it's an area that people are not used to massaging, but it's actually very connected also to the brain and how we feel internally. So we're going to bring the lower part, the heel of your hands, we're going to bring them and just touch your eyes. No pressure, no massage, just allow the heels of your hands to touch your eyes and feel the maybe warmth of cold or coldness of your hands. Just feel the temperature through your eyes. And just look into the darkness. Observe with a relaxed gaze into the depth. And slowly you can start massaging your eyes by applying some pressure, doing circular movements. And now it's really important to be in touch with how you feel. If your eyes are very tense, it can be quite intense. You can see a lot of colors and shapes. And it really asks of you to be present, to consciously relax the muscles behind your eyes. If you feel very comfortable, you can also massage directly with your fingers and go more deeply and precisely onto muscles you feel are tense. But if you're not used to it, I recommend you just stick to the heels.
It can be really nice to just move to the side of the eyeball somewhere, either with the heel of the hand or with a finger.
Yeah.
And to just apply gentle pressure diagonally.
Mm-hmm. You can do one eye and then the other, feel the difference. We often have one side a bit more loose than the other one.
And there's no need to be scared or to be worried that you're going to damage your eyes. Just be gentle.
Yeah. Because you are in fact massaging the muscles behind your eyes by pushing on your eyes. Your eyes are very solid. Now we're going to bring our hands down on our throats. Take a big breath in and out with a sigh, massaging your throat. Bring your hands on your heart. And one last sigh.
can just keep your eyes closed for a moment. I always feel like immediately my mind is more present and there's more light inside my head when I do this face and especially the eye massage. And we're going to release the back a little bit now. So we're going to inhale deeply and just slowly bring the arms out and up and just reach up for a moment. You can stretch out. Like you can move a little bit from left to right. Take another deep breath in, and then as we exhale, we're just going to bend forward. Place your hands on the mat and just allow your back to relax. And just take a few slow, deep breaths. This should feel really good on your back. We're also opening the hips, stretching the glutes. And then with your next inhalation, just come up a little bit. So you're lengthening your spine, you can press into your hands. And then we're going to walk the hands over to the left knee. So walking the hands over to the left knee, only as far as feels comfortable. And try to keep the hips more or less grounded in the floor. And then as you exhale, just lower yourself down again. Breathing deeply. Enjoy the sensations in your body. A feeling of release. And on your next inhalation, just slowly lift yourself slightly up again. Walk the hands to center. And to the other side. And as you exhale, lower yourself down again. And as you inhale, lengthen your spine, walking the hands back to center, and slowly walk the hands in towards you, grounding the sit bones into the mat, and coming back up to seated, bringing the hands to your heart. We're going to do the same thing on the other side. So just check which leg is crossed in front, and then swap your legs around. So it can be just like normally cross-legged, one leg in front of the other, or a half lotus. Just any way that you're sitting right now, just cross them in the other direction. We're going to start again by inhaling, stretching the arms out and up. Just reach up again, whatever way you like. Stretching out, spine, the sides of the body. And then as you exhale, you can slowly fold forward. Relaxing, surrendering. Breathing deeply. Feel your breath. And take a deep breath in. Lengthen your spine, come halfway up. Walk your hands over to the left knee. And on an exhalation, slowly fold forward. So you don't have to come down all the way. It might look a bit different for you. Perhaps you're just here, that's totally fine. Just opening up, lengthening the right side, the right waist, right side of the lower back. Just do what feels good. And as you inhale, slowly come up again, walking the hands through center over to the right. And on exhalation, release the body down. Breathing deeply, enjoying the breath. And as you inhale, lengthen your spine again. Walk the hands to center, in towards you, grounding the sit bones, relaxing the lower back, and slowly coming up. Good. Bring the hands to your heart, close your eyes. Breathe, observe and feel. Bringing your full awareness into your body, into the sensation of the body, and the pleasure of the body, and the joy of being alive. Take another deep breath in, bring it all the way down into your belly, into your pelvis. Exhale with a sigh. And again, deep breath in. Exhale with a sigh. One last time. Good. And then you can release your hands and just come to any comfortable seating position. So quite likely it's swapping the legs around again. Okay. And we're going to continue with a breathing exercise. It's a breathing exercise that comes from yoga practice. It's called Brahmari Pranayama, or the bumblebee breath. And there's a breathing exercise where we make a humming sound like a bumblebee that's flying, especially when it's hitting the window. And so we're going to make a humming sound and we're going to plug our ears. You can also do it without plugging your ears, but the sound really changes inside your head for yourself when you're plugging your ears. So I really recommend doing it, even though it requires a little bit of arm strength to keep the arms held up. So we inhale deeply, and as we inhale, we just take a full deep breath. So bringing the breath down into the belly. Of course, the air stays in the lungs, but we're using the diaphragm, so the belly bulges out. So you're just visualizing that you're bringing the breath all the way down, expanding the lungs all the way up into your collarbones. And then as we exhale, we're going to make a sound. And as you're doing this, the vibration will automatically go into your head. And now I found that when you nasalize the a little bit, then you can really channel the vibration or the pressure of the sound into the center of the head, center of the back of the head, and even the crown of the head. So it's a beautiful way of bringing vibration from the inside this time, the area of the head, and cleansing everything out there. So because we're all going to be making sounds, it will be hard for me to tell you when to stop. So I suggest that we do this breath for about 5 times, slow, deep breath. Okay, so I will start. So you can have a look for the first round the way it looks, and then for the second round you can join in. And we'll do 5 rounds together, so we do 6.
Yeah. And really take your time. We'll have a little time after we finish, so you can finish. Because you'll have your ear plugged, so you don't know when it stops. But just take your time. 5 big breaths.
And then we just sit in silence for a moment, so you can finish in your own time. So just press the fingers against the ears, and we'll start with a deep breath in. So take your time to finish your breath. Observe what's happening inside your body. You might notice that the breath feels a little bit more free. That's the power of slow deep breathing and resistance breathing, where we measure our exhalation by pushing against something, like making a sound. And as you stay in this relaxed presence, we're just going to release the body again. We're going to bring the soles of the feet together. And you can really slide the feet a little bit forward so that you're creating a diamond shape with your legs. Sitting up on your sit bones. And start by inhaling deeply and just keep the spine in a neutral position. The back is entirely relaxed. There's no need to straighten your back and push the chest forward. Just natural posture. Take a deep breath in. And as you exhale, start just moving forward a little bit from the hips. And then let your back follow. So the back curls into very natural position. Just bending forward, you can slide the hands forward towards the ankles, the feet, relaxing the head and the neck. Relax the pelvic floor and just breathe deeply. You can check whether your neck is relaxed by very gently making a yes movement and no movement, moving your head. Very small movements. Belly is relaxed. Take one more deep breath in. And as you exhale, ground your sit bones. Keep the spine gently rounded and curl up vertebra by vertebra. Building the spine one vertebra at a time, building it up. Bringing the head up last. And then bringing the knees back together. You can just take a moment to stretch your legs out. Straightening the legs, push the heels away from you, pull the toes in towards you. And then point your toes to stretch the top of the foot. And one more time, just pull the toes in towards you. And point the toes. So we're pointing the toes as a preparation for the next posture, where we're going to sit on the knees. Just relax the feet. So we're going to come and sit on our knees in Vajrasana. So I will show you from the front. The knees are together and we're sort of sitting between our heels. So you can see Quentin from the back. He's not sitting right on top of the heels, but you allow the heels to fall out to the sides. You kind of can wiggle a little bit from side to side so that your buttocks can rest really nice in the center of your foot. There's a little gap between the big toes. Now, if your knees are sensitive, it might not be comfortable to sit all the way down like that. Then you can just place a pillow, meditation cushion, or a few pillows between the legs so that you can sit on the cushion. And then the legs are a little bit wider at the back. For some people also, I'll show you from the side, the top of the feet, the ankles are very tight. In that case, you can roll up a little blanket and just slide it right here, just above the ankle. And when this area is a little bit lifted, then the foot will be less stretched out. So that can also really help. So this is what it looks like from the side. So just make sure that you're comfortable. And if you have any issues with the knees and this is really not accessible, then just come back to a normal cross-legged position. We're going to take our hands and we're going to turn the palms of the hands facing down with the thumbs towards you. And then we're going to place the hands like this so the fingers go in towards the center and the thumb points to the back. Both hands. So the elbows are sticking out to the sides and this allows us to really open the chest. Now just make sure often when we do this, we have the tendency to arch the spine. You don't want to do that. So relax the lower back so that the spine has a natural curve, but the chest is broad. Without that, we're actually arching the back. So it looks like an easy position, but take your time to become comfortable in it. And once you're comfortable, you can close your eyes. Relax the belly. Broaden the front of the chest. And create length throughout the top of your head. We're going to do an exercise to help the mind to focus, to concentrate. So while you remain in this position, Vajrasana, we're going to bring our awareness to the middle of the forehead. And if you find it difficult to focus in the middle of the forehead, you can also bring your focus a little bit down between the eyebrows. And so take your time first for the body to become comfortable and relaxed, because if the body isn't comfortable, then the mind cannot concentrate, cannot focus. And if we were to force it, then we're not paying attention to the signals the body is giving, and it creates a split. And that's why it's so important that when we practice concentration and meditation, that the body is comfortable, that we can relax. And so gradually center your awareness more and more in the middle of the forehead, until you're directing your full focus there. And initially it can take some time. You might feel as though the mind is pulled into one direction or another. Without any force, just gradually direct your mind more and more to the center of the forehead. Creating a one-pointed focus while relaxing the brain, relaxing the mind. And notice that as the concentration becomes stronger, the mind starts to stabilize, becomes more quiet. Bless you. And presence starts to open up. And as we become more present, you might begin to feel your body, your being, becoming filled with light. Then you can release your hands and bring the hands together in front of the heart. Relax your focus. Let the mind soften, expand. Take a deep breath in. And as you exhale, you can bring the hands to the floor, and we're just going to stretch out the legs and move slowly so that you can stay in that presence and that relaxation. You can just stretch the legs out to the back. We don't have so much space here. Stretching out one leg at a time. And enjoy the stretch, enjoy the movement. And then you can come back to a comfortable seated position.
That was nice. We're going to finish with a song, Hey Yamayo, from Nokumana, from Kuramaka.
Their other song is
Yeah.
called Nukumana.
Yeah. Which is Hunikoin sound, about also clarity of mind and being in the present. So to round up, I think it's a beautiful hymn to presence. You can sing along if you feel inspired at home.
Yeah, for those of you who know the song. And if you feel like just sitting for a moment, meditating, listening to the sound, you're welcome to just close your eyes and sit with us. If you feel like lying down, you can also lie down and just receive the sound.